Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Speak with Byron.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so.
Only 500,000 gil. I think my life savings in this game, from taking all the money from like many murdered bandits and stuff like that, is of like 20,000, and he's like only 500,000. Uncle is giga rich. This guy's like Guild MM in this world.
But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
He is a prince? Yeah, I guess.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Let me check. What's the... Do I need to go out the desert gate to get to that location? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's go there. And then we gotta go northeast out the gate and then take a right.
Why is the tavern shut?
I love the creativity with the insults in this game. So you preening Popinjay. It's something. There was one. What was it they said yesterday? This guy said, "You're as useless as a eunuch on laying night." Yeah. I had to pause the game for a minute to collect myself after I heard that one. Wait, the right place, Uncle?
I'll take it from here.
That looks like a collapsible bridge.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, that guy's face is gone. But wait, there's more. I want to find some random chickens. I don't want to fight the chickens. No hits, no hit, by the way.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Yes.
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
No, now that shipment's
Indeed
over.
it is. The
Really?
people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
He has an extremely punchable face. I'm just blown away that he has his own theme song. Did you hear, like, when he walked onto the screen, the music came with him. That's how you know he's a main character.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
He's like, freaking kids.
Here, wear this.
Is it gonna be a hat like yours? Seal obtained to the Desert Rose. Oh, it's like a merit badge so people know.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Pausing for a sec. Nagobi says, love this game. How are you liking it? I'm enjoying it. The story is good and the combat is fun. Those are my main takeaways so far. Dude, it's so creepy what they do to the Hedwigs. So Stolas is the bird.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Follow the crystals complete. Alright, so we should be able to go through that south gate now. Also, another quest just popped up. What's this guy need?
Butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
Offer help.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalimil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalimil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
I like that he divided the workload. He didn't just go like, you talk to everyone and come back and tell me what they said. He's like, you do this while I do that. Even though it's just storytelling, I freaking appreciate
Trust
that.
Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
fresh bread, warm from the... Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Not even a thank you? Makes sense.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
I think this is a new, different quest.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe there's just a
I'll go and
fire
take a look.
elemental, like, relaxing in the
Wonderful.
baths.
It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way.
Sulfur.
These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
I don't know. When I think scalding hot bath, all I think of is that my wife chose the temperature. Any of you have that situation?
Open the gate.
Ladies in your
Lubor
life,
was
they
true to
just
his word.
pretty much a freaking fire elemental when it comes to that. I swear, she is immune to boiling water. Alright, hold on. Where is the other person I need to talk to here? There's someone else in the town I need to talk to, and I haven't found them.
Made from the stoutest stoneware!
It would make us fine.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock were carting off our crystals for themselves?
It would certainly explain why we haven't been getting...
This is no good.
Huh. Quest destination nearby. Is it above me?
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
Then see that you stay a little longer next time.
Did he just say, I'm gonna order you again, and she's like, don't be a Minuteman next time?
Hanging lanterns, keep
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Hunter. Oh, this might be our
What
guy.
is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm not too late.
I accidentally triggered a cutscene.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like that quest is kind of on the way toward the main quest. Let's go back and talk to the knife guy. Rebel says, oh man, that's me. I come out of the shower with first degree burns. Oh my god.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Luba wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to.
Another
a
blacksmith?
merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Hi, Muck. Hi, Chip. Hi, Jeff. Hi, April Mayda. Wait, what? Where did he go? Oh my god. Okay. He just went for a little jog to another city. Okay.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes. I expect that's well.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash.
Is there a metal unique to Dalamil?
Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Rajani says I've been busy for about an hour. Did I miss anything?
Up, or just...
We found a underground trade network going on in the city. We stopped it. We earned the trust of the crime boss of the city. He's allowing us to pass through the gate, and we're doing a side quest in the city right now to help somebody else there before we leave.
Nice.
Okay, so where is the limestone? It looks like it's right outside the southeast gate of the city. Okay, so...
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets have
the most fragrant herbs and fresh bread.
That's exciting, yeah. The guy who basically runs this place is a blacksmith, and one of his apprentices is doing a test, and we're helping the apprentice out. He was given a riddle that he's trying to solve. Is this limestone?
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Hold on, Uncle, I'm doing side quests.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Seven needs.
Okay, and looks like he's over by the waypoint, so that makes this easy.
Well, this is no good.